All right, week one in the books. In the books. Very interesting thing happened this week. First of all, I lost, which is random. As you can see, I am your reigning champion. For those of you who haven't seen this thing up close and personal, fantasy football champion, and you get your name on the list of dynasty champions. You can see my name is here for 2014 and here for last year when I defeated Joe Gianosa. This week featured a replay of myself versus Joe Gianosa, just like the Carolina Panthers and the Denver Broncos squared off. But unlike that game, the champion, myself, did not prevail. Congratulations to Joe Gianosa for a valiant effort and victory. We were about tied going into the Monday night game. I had Jordan Reed and he had Antonio Brown. Honestly, I've seen Jordan Reed put up huge points, and I've seen Antonio Brown score under 10. After all, he was on my team the last 2 years, and he was the key to my victory. So, Joe, you may need that MVP type status player in order to win the league this year. A very interesting thing did happen besides me losing, is that the top 6 scorers in the league all won. That is very rare to have the top 6 scorers in the league win their matchup for the week. Usually, there's like some guy who scores like the third highest points and he has to face off against the first highest points. Crazy. Congrats to the first 1-0 teams in our league. As for the 7th highest scoring team, it was me. And usually the 7th highest scoring team at least gets a chance to win a point. It's usually 50-50 facing off against the bottom half versus the top half. So we've got some really good matchups this week. But before I get to that, I do want to make sure all of you know about the last place trophy, which is this beautiful, beautiful license plate holder, pink and black bedazzled fantasy football last place, aptly named the Tolmy for Morris Tolmachoff, who finished last year and then went MIA. Never responded to any messages I sent. Luckily, there is a waiting list of 450 people to get into our esteemed league. 450 people. So we took number 16 off the list. Number 1, I really didn't like the guy, so he doesn't get in. He's out. Plus, he was really good at fantasy football, and we're looking for someone that's absolutely terrible. So, welcome Vikant Gulati, a.k.a. Dr. Gulati Chuhati, to the league this year. Actually, he had a pretty decent draft, mainly because he paid me for my player pre-rankings before the draft. So he actually drafted some of the guys that I like to take, but it's okay. I feel like after being the 2-time defending champ that you guys need all the help that you can get. So speaking of this week's featured matchup is a matchup of rivals. There's actually a featured matchup, and then the matchup that I'm in, I like it because I've been bowling against Chris Alvarez since I was 15 years old, and we have a good matchup against each other this week. As for the real featured matchup, though, Joe Gianosa versus Jameson Jones. Joe Gianosa, a.k.a. the grandson of a mobster, no joke, true story, look it up, versus Jameson Jones, a.k.a. Bart. This is an interesting one because these guys are best friends, best man at the other one's wedding, but Jameson is terrible at fantasy football. Like, Jameson, I tried to propose a trade to you that would make your team better, and you declined it. That's on you, buddy. This will be yours soon. I promise. This will be yours soon. Anyways, good luck this week. Other cool matchups. There's a couple 0-1 teams facing off, so the loser of that will be 0-2, just like the Bills-Jets matchup this week. Those guys will be one of those teams will be 0-2. My money is on the Bills going 0-2. Anyways, good luck this week. Lots of high scores. We'll chat soon.